right now, Country Bumping Tour, and his next album's coming out called Country Money Legendary within the next 60 days. So that's just for y'all's information.
Just when you thought it was safe.
Yo, hey, you already know what time it is. We got a special one for you. We gonna start, set, and you already we gonna check the record, baby. We for the record. It's my man,
Manny Dog.
Hey, and I'm KD3. We got a special guest for you, the legend himself. I mean, we got history, you know what I'm saying? We were just chopping up a little bit, you know
For
what
the
I'm
record, the United Ballers.
Hey, taking it back all the way back to the first time we did shows breaking down doors in Sioux Falls, we brought this man out here, you know what I mean? Yeah. And we brought his brother, Haystack, was our first connect with him, you know what I'm talking about?
Stack, E-Mac, shout out to E-Mac.
Hey, salute, baby. And you know what I'm saying? And we gonna just touch and keep and going from right there. 04, I think it was. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? We just said we gonna do something for the city. We was probably young bucks, probably 18, 19 years old at the time.
We was all kind of young buckies.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then we was what we decided to do was we had a little bit of money. We came out for a little bit of
a little tour,
a little
thing,
a
little British.
And it's you know what? Let's go ahead and flip it back into the music and get somebody else.
Real
you know what I'm saying? It was my man,
and I was certainly appreciative.
Hey, absolutely. But no further ado, the one, the only, the motherfucking legend, Bubba Sparxxx. Hey, what's
For
good?
the record, what's up, fam?
Hey man,
how y'all doing,
you
man?
for coming, dog.
Man, that's crazy that you know, we just kind of, crossed that bridge again.
Hey, good people stayed in touch. You know what I'm talking
that's
about?
That's awesome, man.
And that's how the universe
the
works.
United Ballers.
Hey,
hey, touch on that. Listen, man.
Hey.
You don't even understand how.
Who all was the United Ballers?
So it's my man Marcus. You know what I'm saying?
Marcus, that's who I remember. Marcus.
Yeah, my man Marcus. You know what I'm saying? AKA UB Star. Myself, KD3. You know
Marcus
what I'm
was kind of going through it on that trip. I remember.
you know what I'm saying? People don't know the behind the scenes.
They don't know the B-roll.
Hey,
man.
dog, behind the scenes to make shit crack in this small area
No
before
doubt.
there's resources, bro. It's all on the strength of your word and your back, bro. Facts. So we went through it. He was a witness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I remember being up here for 2 or 3 days, and that wasn't common. You know what I'm saying? But I remember being out here for 2 or 3 days, and it was is the show gonna go on? And I remember Haystack ended up not performing.
It was crazy, and I remember. You mooned everybody. I remember that.
I did.
You did.
Yeah.
Ass out. He was just ass out. He was like, hey.
I used to moon everybody in Ugly.
That's what it was. Soon as Ugly dropped, ass came out. I said I wasn't ready for this. Wait a minute.
I forget what. When I would say I called my girlfriend's Betty's and my shit's Grumpies. I would moon everybody right there. Yeah. I outgrew that. You know.
We can always bring it back.
Absolutely.
Well, I graduated from just mooning to the Kentucky Red Eye there for about 6 months, and it just got weird, man.
I don't know the terminology, but I don't think I want to find out.
You never want to see the Kentucky Red Eye.
Bless his heart.
But so how was your travels into Sioux Falls, man, for the second time? Or maybe third?
It was smooth as could be this time. We was in Denver.
Okay.
Before we came here, and we just hopped on a nice little direct flight, and it was here in about an hour and a half.
There
it was easy peasy.
Hey, that's what's up. So you had a show in Denver. I know, obviously, you on tour right now.
Yeah, the Country Bumping Tour with some younger guys, man. I'm kind of on this whole tip about just empowering, the younger generation. You know what I'm saying?
Now, and I see that. I see not to cut you off, but I see that a lot of the people are literally gravitating towards that sound. So that country sound that you pioneered.
And just so y'all can verify this, I was on that then, wasn't I?
Bro,
I was on it then.
And we was just talking about that. We was like, so let me just real quick ask this question because we already on that subject. Do you feel like you get the credit for being the pioneer of that sound? Like everybody's that country white boy hard rap rock and that shit.
I do get love. Don't get me wrong, and I do get credit. You know what I'm saying?
Please do.
Yeah.
I guess that. What I seek more is understanding.
Right.
Like not credit necessarily.
Yeah.
Just I feel like just artists in general these days, you know what I'm saying, have to take you can become a successful artist without ever leaving your computer. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
These days. You never respect is earned on certain walks through life. Certain critical walks, you know what I'm saying? And I think there's a certain walk associated with hip hop, you know what I'm saying, back when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? Like it didn't matter where you were from. Yeah. If you was gonna get it, You had to take this certain walk. You know what I'm saying? And by the time if you made it through that walk, you was gonna have respect, and you was gonna have given some respect, and it was gonna be all love. You know what I'm saying? By the time you got to the destination, and now I don't think a lot of people. I know for a fact, very few people take anything resembling that walk at this point in time, and so they just don't have respect. A lot of times, just different artists, but they don't owe me anything. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I disagree.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. I mean, let me jump in there. So he's referencing the microwave era, the instant hot, the instant pop.
The hot pocket rap.
You can go ahead and get on SoundCloud or whatever else, and get your Fruity Loops and drop your beat, but you don't.
Whatever.
Yeah, absolutely, but you don't go through the stages, the checks
You
and
ain't going
balances.
through the dirt. You ain't getting G-check.
You have no respect for the culture from
sure.
which.
This is, and the sad part is right now, and I know we probably sound like some geezers.
Oh my God.
But the sad part is right now is like, yo, like you said, you could bubble and never perform
Once.
I mean,
and then get on stage and your performance is doo-doo.
Yeah.
Not just not perform. Like, you can literally just not even have to have a tense moment. Have a tense moment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hip hop is like, to some degree, is built on tension. You know what I'm saying?
It's competitive.
Like,
Very competitive.
That's the spirit of hip hop, and like, just it's easy to be a badass sitting there. You know, you can
when
say
you behind a mic and no one
you can
check
project whatever message you want to. You know, and I know for a fact that happens in a lot of instances now.
They don't know what the competition.
A lot of messages get conveyed, and a lot of mission statements get made. That
they really don't stand behind.
Were a public appearance necessary, those statements would never be made.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
for sure.
And that's all I ask, man. Just whatever you own, whatever you talking about, just
stand behind.
Like,
that's not. That don't even.
No matter who comes down through there, you know what I'm saying. Be the same person, rep the same way.
Nobody G checking.
Yeah.
Nobody's there to G check.
Well, unfortunately, it's two extremes now. You know what I'm saying? It's that.
Elaborate on that.
And then it's just, the murder game is just on a whole different level, and that's unfortunate.
But that's connected to no G check as well.
Yeah, that's cowardly.
Yeah, it is. But I'll tell you, in my opinion, where we started on this path. Well, we probably started on this path long ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think about my prime, quote unquote, you know what I'm saying? It's the Miss New Booty era around that time, BMF time in Atlanta.
Yeah.
See, the streets have always been present in hip hop, always. 100%. You know what I'm saying? But you go back, Wu-Tang, Dungeon Family. The streets were in the background. The music was at the forefront.
Yes.
All right. Somewhere around that time, the BMF, Jeezy's my dog. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no shot at nobody.
Yeah.
Somewhere around that time, the transition occurred where it became the streets at the forefront and the music in the background.
Yeah.
Agreed.
You know,
I might say it may even happen more so like with Snoop and
but I guess I just be seeing it with my own eyes.
Absolutely. And from your perspective, for sure.
But even then, I still say the music was in the background. I mean, the hip hop, the streets were still in the background. At least for what we saw.
I think the message, though, too. I feel like you said, the music was in the forefront, but the message was still in the music at that point. So you could decipher, like, he talking about something. Compared to that, he just talking about thugging. He just talking about.
And then we saw it go from getting money.
Yeah,
you know
absolutely.
what I'm saying? Like just being in the streets, getting money. You know, violence comes sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And we see it evolve from that to just killing, just for the sake of killing.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know.
And if we touch on that though, like that goes back to when you running rampant. When you got the streets running rampant and nobody's checking nobody, there's no more rules and nobody fight no more.
Yeah, no, it's all gunplay.
Nobody won't fight. No,
What is that word you said?
Rampant?
No, the F word.
Oh yeah, that thing. Yeah, nobody deal with it. Fight. Yeah, nobody throw hands no more.
Oh damn!
And I'm gonna tell you,
it's like a dream.
Remember them days? Like, there's a lot of light in the ass dudes.
Yeah.
Now here's the irony. You go through this, you go through this thing, and you don't fight, right? You a killer all of a sudden because you got this strap,
Yeah.
and then you got to go to a place where you got to fight for the rest of your life.
Oh, and inside that thing.
And now what you gonna do?
And there with that boy pussy.
Right? That's right.
He said, "I like you, and I won't."
And I want you. We can do this the easy way.
Oh, the real easy way.
Oh man, so hey, I wanted to kind of go back into, your career, man, because obviously, again, like I said, we all over the place with the conversation because we got history. But let's try to like maybe narrow it down a little bit. So with you, coming up, obviously with the greats that you come up with, right? I know you obviously probably had some influences along the way. Was you always that? I mean, I could say, was you always the white dude amongst black people that was like, he got it, he's that one?
I was identified as that guy at a certain point, but where I grew up, I was never known as like I played football.
Right.
Yeah.
I was more known as a guy that played football. Yeah, my best friend was one of the top 100 recruits in the country his senior year. Played at Georgia, all SEC, and played in the league for 7 years. Like, that's what we balled. You know what I'm saying? That's the culture where I come from.
South.
Well, you know, it's Friday Night Lights 100% of the community I grew up in. And, you know, so that was more, I did dabble with rapping, and I took it very serious and loved it in my private time. You know what I'm saying? I never had beats. I wrote to no beat, you know what I'm saying? But I had notebooks full of rhymes.
Gotcha.
You know, but the stuff I would rhyme about wasn't, it was just like rapping like NWA type shit. You know what I mean? I didn't have any sense of. Then Outkast came. That was a profound moment in my life. Well, that was when I started I was like, wow, they repping Georgia, you know what I'm saying? Atlanta, like, this is like the black dudes I know, you know what I'm saying? Because where I grew up was very country, but it's poor and it's 50% black, 50% white, you know what I'm saying? And so I definitely, it wasn't like I grew up isolated from black. My closest neighbor was a black kid, Dwayne Hollingsworth, actually introduced me to hip hop. But, and so when I heard Outkast, it just shook me. Like, it went from like hip hop's gonna be a part of my life forever to I'm gonna be a part of this. Cause I was like, if there's ears for their voices, then there's might be ears for my voice. But I just had to figure out how to rep. Because I picked up pretty early on that like this shit was based on authenticity and being real.
Yes.
Because I tell people to this day, it's not that I just love the country and being like,
it's
it's just what I was, damn it. And I had to rep
what you still
know
doing.
what I'm saying? And I developed some pride in it, you know, along the way. But you know, to go back and answer your question, like, it was the football thing. I did win a talent show, you know what I'm saying, 10th grade. But it was still, I'd always make like I was just playing. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, come on now. We're talking about LaGrange, Georgia, a town 70 miles southwest of Atlanta, town of 25,000 people, you know. And this is like 1995, 96, 97. You know what I'm saying? Me saying I was going to be a rapper would have been I would have been better received saying I'm going to be an astronaut and be the first person to go to Pluto.
I hear that. For them to take you seriously in that community where you coming from, you would have been ostracized, to say the least. You know what
I mean, because it's not even like. It's funny, we were just talking about, I mentioned a guy named Andre Truitt who came out of high school. He was a year older than me, but he came up and went to Black Hills State up here in the Dakotas, and he was a rapper. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And like, I remember him kind of trying to go, he played football too, but he tried to go a little further with it, like, you know what I'm saying, as far as like, and it just was like, it's not even like the black community was just waiting with open arms. You know, so not only was I gonna catch it from the rednecks, you know what I'm saying? Like, then there wasn't gonna be no black folks, you know. And so I was just like, let me just hold off on it. You know? I'm gonna keep balling.
Take that
So I got a scholarship coming out of high school. Went to Tusculum College in Greenville, Tennessee, Division II.
Okay, so you really was doing your thing on the court.
Oh no, I could play football now. I mean, I played linebacker. I was about 6 foot 210. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm with shoes on. I'm 6 feet.
Salute.
In the program, you 6'1".
I was 6'1", 220. 220. But you know, I was about a legitimate 4'7", 4'8" guy. You know, so I was a good really good high school football player. 100 tackles. You know, per season. But then I go to this place, Tusculum, in Greenville, Tennessee, and I'm used to there being 10,000 people at every game of mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're the epicenter of the community on Friday nights.
Absolutely.
And then I go up to this place, and now we're playing the games on Saturday morning at 11 o'clock, and there's 339 people there. And I'm just, you know, and it was going pretty good. Like, I had a pretty good freshman year. We played this other Division II team, West Georgia, which is located about 30 miles from LaGrange. And it was like 7 guys I'd played high school ball with on that team. They were like a better division. It was our first year Division II. They were like Division II Gulf South. Like, they're a power, you know what I'm saying, in Division II.
For sure.
And they beat us 69-0. And I was just catching hell from them guys. And like we had went down there and I tried not to get on the bus to go back. And my daddy said, you're going to get your ass on that bus and you're going to go back and you're going to finish at least this semester. And that's what I did. I finished that semester. And then I went down to Columbus, Georgia, Columbus State University, where my high school sweetheart was at.
Okay.
Chased that poo nanny.
Right.
Hey, it made a lot of things.
Did it work out?
It did not work
I just
out.
wanted to clear that up.
Yeah. It did not work out.
So, hey, all my young boys out there,
Listen,
do not chase the punani.
I promise you there's more. There's more women than that.
Listen, I coach football, man. So because I play for, that's what got me out here was football.
Right.
Yeah. So I told my son just got a scholarship to play at Northern State, but throughout high school,
Is that D2 too?
Yeah. I'm like, bro, leave the girls alone. Trust me, when you go to college.
Yeah,
They're gonna be there.
Yeah. Better. Yeah.
Way better. And I always push.
It's hard to get past that, you know.
That's your environment, that surface around you. It's hard to look past that. To look
It
past
really
it.
is. In every situation. And you
Yeah.
keep experiencing other examples of that as life goes on.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know
for
what I
sure.
mean? Things where you think there's just not going to ever be.
So what are some of the things, Bub? I mean, I love the fact that you were an athlete, right?
Was.
You never lose
No,
that.
I deal with everything with a football mentality.
I was just about to get
Yeah.
into that. Like, so what have you taken from being an athlete to music?
What I remember why playing sports was so important to me, playing football in particular. It was the first time in life, and I always tell people this, that I remember there being something that I just fucking did not want to do. But guess what? Your ass gonna do it anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Discipline.
And I remember learning that lesson, like being hammered that lesson over and over. Because where I grew up, playing high school football was a year-round thing. Like it was very difficult to play. You had to be a show enough badass to play multiple sports because football was year-round. You know what I'm saying? Like it was literally workouts. Spring practice. We might have a month off in the winter, like type deal.
Have Christmas and come back.
But
to
not
this
really, because I
boy.
didn't take that time off. But I mean, I'm saying like it wasn't mandatory. The rest of the year was mandatory, and all summer. You know what I'm saying? And so I just remember there just being so many examples of just me. Golly, just not wanting to do something. I just wanted to go be a kid like everybody else. But I had made this commitment. And that was my coach. God bless the dead, Coach Holly. There's several slogans that I take from him. Because our crosstown rival we were good, but they were they won the USA Today National Championship, LaGrange High School, and I with the Troup County High School, and I just remember things he would say, like when we were getting ready to play them, and we were underdog and we beat them one year, and he was like, "Guys, you don't have to take a back seat to anybody." He said, if you get in the back seat to that bunch of cross towns, what he called them, to that bunch of cross town, it's because you chose to get in the back seat. Yes. Because you don't have to take a back seat to anybody. And I carried that through life. There were lots of times I was about to perform on Saturday Night Live, feeling overwhelmed, feeling like, man, I ain't this guy. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and just I remember that statement just resonating in my head, like, man, fuck that. I ain't gonna take a back seat to nobody.
Gotcha.
I love that because people don't recognize the intensity that it takes to be a successful artist the way you were.
Oh man.
Right? People, and again, because of the world we live in right now, it's so easy and quick. So to see the work that you put in and to carry that intensity, having to perform, or if you go on tour, you're going on tour now, performing and having that competitive spirit. If you're going to be on the same stage with this artist and that artist and that artist, I want to tear this down.
And what sucks about it, too, is like you start having, like, you're getting older, you have physical limit. Brett Favre, when you get a certain age playing sports, this is where it's uniquely different. And my best friend, like, he played in the NFL, and we always talk about this, is like, you never really have to set it down. So that's the difference with being a musician, but it's like I have limitations, you know what I'm saying? I got a jacked up foot, and so I can't, my mobility's not as great right now, but I definitely still, I feel like every night I'm like, God damn,
Give it 100.
like,
Everything.
I'm gonna get this shit
You
right.
still get the fangs, man, when you see, because you know you hear the mumbles, right? The grumbling. It's a young man's game. Even when we talk, even with music, it's a young man. Do you get the fangs out? Like, hold on. You
I was gonna say
up here.
You know what I say? I say if you think it's a sight to see me, and you think an old motherfucker's rapping at 45, wait till I'm 75 doing it.
Right.
Yeah, real
You know what I mean? Wait till
Tell
I'm
me y'all
75
seen them
rapping.
old British dudes. Man,
I'm Mick
Have you
Jagger.
seen that?
I'm Mick Jagger.
let's go.
Salute.
No, I seen them British dudes though. I wonder was that real or was they just lip syncing, man?
No,
But
but they
really rap?
did an Acapulco.
they like
They
the
went
the 75-year-old House of Pain.
Let's rap.
Salute.
Listen,
Salute.
Bubba just dropped a record last week, rapping. No replies. Not sure if y'all heard that.
Hey, but I'm talking about these dudes are legitimately 75 years old.
Straight up.
They 100%.
Now I ain't saying that they hard though.
You can't deny it. You can't deny
I
it.
love
They sound like some hard lyrical miracle New York rappers.
It
Like,
filled my heart because I was
But-
like, man.
That's what we love. That's what we love to express of how far hip hop's influence is. So you know what I'm
50
saying?
years,
Like,
man, 50 years,
so
man.
we, so yeah, this year. So
yeah, they just,
yeah,
they-
so
they-
I mean, me to cut
Nah,
you
go
off.
ahead.
So I was gonna say, I mean, with that being said, though, you know what I'm saying? How about you elaborate for us some of your greatest hip hop moments that makes you love hip hop so much?
Man, it goes back to, my first favorite rapper was, I love Too Short, because I kind of came into the hip hop thing around the explosion of the West Coast,
sure, for
NWA,
sure, yeah.
Eazy-E.
That 90s,
And
that 90s hip hop.
oh man, it was because they brought the 808 kick drum,
Absolutely,
and they was just
absolutely.
the attitude was just different, man. I had listened to some Run DMC and even I remember my sister having a Houdini tape,
Oh,
stuff like that.
absolutely,
but it didn't
absolutely.
really speak to me though like that. Then LL was probably the first New York rapper that I was really like on, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But Ice Cube was my first favorite rapper.
sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like Chill It Will, Death Certificate.
Yeah.
Man, I was
Injection.
like, man, I loved Ice Cube, man.
Bars.
And so that was a moment, clearly, and then Ice Cube was my favorite up until the time Outkast came out.
Yeah, for sure.
And then that to the way the whole Dungeon family experience, and then to actually grow up to become a part of that collective, you know what I'm saying, and to be signed to Big Boy.
And let's not let him gloss over that flex that he was with the Dungeon family.
can
but
we throw that out there? Did y'all see him trying to get right past
he's like-
in there? He was like,
He's like,
So humbly, right?
but continue. Not to throw you
I was
off.
in the arena. I don't know if y'all knew.
For real,
All right, so again,
Was
so
you recording when I said it? I
so
just wanted to.
you meet some of your idols. Go ahead and let us know some of who are Bubba Sparxx's idols.
I mean, I was a huge, and to this day am a huge Jadakiss fan. You know what I'm saying?
You got a track with
I did,
Jada.
early I did a song with
Yeah,
Jadakiss,
for sure,
and
I know.
actually,
You held your own.
hey, there's talk that I maybe even came out on the.
That's what I'm talking about. Life flex.
You heard me?
That's not a light flex right there. No one really comes out of
And I
a
love-
Jada
hey,
record
and I love
without
a
feeling
rematch.
like I could have. He probably. I mean, but that's huge.
Nah,
That's
Say it
huge
again,
though.
Bubba. I don't think they heard you in the back.
I honestly, the truth is, now what I did do. First of all, he rewrote his rap. I mentioned that on Vlad.
Okay.
And you know what I'm saying? But and he
It was a
changed-
rewrite. Come on.
It was.
Yeah.
He changed,
Man.
and I said that on Vlad too. So that's all. And also the flow I used, he bit my because that's why he said on there. He said this is what the industry needed. Kiss flipping his flow, enemies heated. That was the first time he ever.
absolutely.
That was the first time he ever
Absolutely.
varied
Hey.
from the standard.
Hey,
little-
that's
Listen,
crazy.
Slow Jadakiss
That's
flow.
crazy.
Go. Let's ride.
And
That's a classic right there. That was a never before.
It was great. I mean, and it was a huge honor, and it was just, but it's just crazy to me because, in some, on one hand, it's like I know I can rap, man. I know that the line in front of me is a lot shorter than the line behind me.
For
you
sure,
know what I'm saying?
for sure.
And in some circles it's like being completely oblivious to that, and I don't know if it's the name Bubba. I don't know if it's being from white. I don't know. I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying?
It's a combination of all that.
And plus like Miss New Booty is a part of it too, because at the time when I released Miss New Booty, and it's gonna go diamond here in a couple years, I'm grateful for that.
Another light flex. He's going diamond.
Put that right there.
Well, this
No
whole
big
thing,
deal.
but
This little thing right here.
Salute, though.
so I'm grateful for that, you know, and I feel so bad for Mr. College Park, man, and for the Yin Yang Twins, because every time I go into this 1-2, it sounds like I'm not grateful for the song or I'm ashamed of the song. That's not the case. Right. I don't think it's fair that I'm judged only by that song, you know, by some people or whatever. But I am eternally grateful for that song. It's been so good to me financially, you know, and it was the several vacations and several retirement plans, you know what I'm saying?
But your discography is huge though too, outside of that song, you know what I'm saying? You got Ugly Hoes in song, Deliverance. That Deliverance song, I feel like people probably don't realize, like, that was like one of those veins, like people weren't really taking that path.
No doubt.
On a main light, like talking about like real life problems. I'm really going through something.
And part of the issue was, and this is what I tell my young artist Jay Cruz, that me and Polo the Don got an artist named Jay Cruz. He's from Missouri, and I would just equate him to basically like the equivalent of what I was in 2001 as far as the way he's jamming and the way he looks. People are gonna be like, hold on, what? That's him, you know, like, and so I'm really excited by him. But anyway, I was telling him, I said, you know,
I want to move your mic. You can move it forward. Yeah, there you go.
That's good. We out here in the conversation.
like, I was just trying to damn check. You know, it's like, what was we talking about?
Jay Cruz.
Yeah, but what was
2021. He said he's coming up. You talking about how you proud of him, how he's stepping. A lot of people gonna see him and think of Bubba Sparxxx.
You told me we broke from Deliverance. Where you
Deliverance. So I was thinking like, I don't really remember the point I was trying to make, but it was like, damn.
That's cool.
I hate when I do that.
Because here's the thing, because I wanted to actually segue somewhere into something, maybe where you're going.
Come on.
Going through your struggles that you went through.
Yeah.
Right. The vulnerability to put it on wax. Right. What do you want people who have probably going through that right now?
Yeah.
What do you want them to take from your story, from that music, from that lifestyle? What do you want them to know?
I mean, I would just tell anybody, you know, that life goes on. My father used to say this to me, you know, just in a totally different context. Life goes on till it don't, you know what I mean? And, you know, as somebody, you know, I've had mental health issues, obviously addiction issues, you know, but my thing is like, there's been some moments where I really, really, for whatever reason, was in a dark place and you know, had serious thoughts of maybe taking myself out of here, you know what I mean? And at those moments, I remember the thought I had was just, we're here but for such a speck of time, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're only here for just a blink of the eye, you know what I'm saying? Anyway.
In the grand scheme of things, for sure.
So, you know what? Why speed up that process? At least I'll go out swinging, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to die regardless one day. We all are, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm not going to do anything to speed up that process like that, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm just going to give it hell. You know? And if I go out like that, then there's some honor in that, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I'll just say, you know, if anybody's out there really, there's just something to be said for talking to somebody else that they call it the therapeutic value of one addict helping another. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And it's like there's something to be said for find somebody. You know what I'm saying? And I know your parents. That's a no. That's a.
It may not be the right choice.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they love you, but they don't know how to love you. You know, that's where the phrase "love somebody to death," you know, comes from. Talk. You know, parents will flat out love, especially younger kids, you know, that have issues. They will love them to death. You know, but it's you know, just find somebody, go to a 12-step meeting, you know what I mean? Just find somebody that can relate to you, and there's just something to be said for the power of that when you just connect. That's
lived experience.
But us as humans, like, we're spiritual creatures, and a lot of people, they try to associate spirituality to like a higher power. That's really not what spirituality is. Spirituality is more the way we connect with one another. You know what I'm saying? And that's what humans are. That there's nothing more indicative and confirming of the fact that we have souls.
Yeah.
You know, than the fact of like. Because I tend to isolate, I really do. I can go a week or two without seeing another person, and it's all good.
Start, though,
when I used to have a dog, I used to have a pit bull. I could really go 2 weeks and not see another person. But then it gets to the point where when it gets to that point where holy shit, I'll go to the store and just literally start opening the door for like old ladies and just hey yes man, just connecting with people like even on a you know,
outer most basic level, absolutely.
Like I'm telling you, and I start feeling better. You know, it's just like, oh my god, that was kind of close. Like you're gonna have to reconnect with people at some point with you know with our spirits, one another's spirits, and just man, that's what I would say. If you're going through something.
Yeah, connect with your people.
Yeah, for real.
If you don't got people,
get you some people that'll come get you, man.
Absolutely. And make sure you check on your people, man.
When you by yourself, that's where the demons come.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? So
demons attack by yourself.
So I mean, we kind of got a lot
or around the wrong people. You know what I'm saying?
Like, yeah, we got a unique opportunity. You know what I mean, to tap in with you being again with the longevity you got. You got new artists that you basically saying you putting on J. Crew. You know, I see him on your Instagram. I mean, doing exactly what, like I said, you spec him and want him to do. What's some expert advice that you would give to new up and coming artists that are going through it right now?
It's so different now. You know, the advice I would give is just pray.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because, like, you can work as hard as you want to. You can work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, not sleep for 10 years.
Yeah.
If this ain't what God's got planned for you,
if
this ain't what He has willed for you, because there were so many times. Oh yeah, no, I talk.
Let's go.
I'm a God-fearing man.
Let's
you know
jump
what I'm
right
saying?
into it.
And so you know, like if. When I think about like the impact of what I can have on like a you know younger guys or whatever, like what do I have in general at this point in life that is the most valuable asset that I possess, and it's the jewels that I possess, the wisdom that I possess.
Absolutely.
You know, and that's really I was at a point because I just been people may not realize it, but I really been going. It hurts so bad when somebody comes up to you and says, "Why don't you make music no more?"
Motherfucker, I do.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Tap in with me.
How you feel? How you been?
How you been? Yeah, I just dropped the project. You know, but people come up and they say shit like that. You know, look, I just don't have a major label machine. You know, behind me anymore. That's the thing. But I know how much I put into this, you know, and I put in more since people last saw me, quote unquote, on MTV or whatever. Yeah. 10 times the amount that I had put in up to that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm so much of a better artist and MC now too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you can hear it in your music for sure. Like saying, and not taking anything back from the early Bubba, but you know what I'm saying. But you can.
I was solid. I was good then. But I mean,
absolutely.
It's different. Like you swimming in the ocean now.
And I can also do like. I was very blessed to work with some incredible producers.
Absolutely.
Let's call it what it was early on. You know, and I was dope now, but I mean, had Timberland, Organized Noise. I mean, come on, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was blessed. Yeah. And you know, and I was good then, like I said. But now I'm great. You know what I'm saying? Like I can go in a studio by myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't make beats. That's just I never learned it, you know what I'm saying? But as far as being a producer, what I now know the definition of a producer is, like putting a song together. Yeah. I can put a song together, start to finish. I could pretty much put together a song for any artist you could name to me.
Absolutely.
That would be viable for that artist. If you told me, go make a song for Jay-Z, write a song for Jay-Z and put it together. I know how to go find the Jay-Z beat. I could write raps pretty comparable to Jay-Z's because I'm a fan of Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Write a Rihanna record. I could do the same thing. Now, obviously I need a female to demo the vocals, but I could write the entire song. You know what I'm saying? And that's that comes from blood, sweat, and tears, man. You know, the 10,000 hours required to be
great.
A master.
Absolutely.
Yeah, to be a master. You know what I'm saying?
And that's one thing I'm going to say, though, too, is like you can definitely hear the hunger still in just your conversation. It's like most people like get to a certain point, they get comfortable. They relax and chillax. But like, again, it's just like that's
all I got, man.
Yeah, the reinvigoration of Bubba, I feel like. And again, like maybe, I don't know, was it like within the last year or 2 years, but I've been seeing you just making more waves.
This past year, like I started... I had been living in Nashville for about 7 years. I was married to my ex-wife up there. We got divorced in 2019. COVID happened.
Okay.
And my father got cancer, which was a bad thing. And that was the initial reason I moved back to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? But
is your father still here?
No, he's still here. Yeah.
Okay. God bless.
He went through 2 rounds of chemo. And it really weakened him, but the cancer is cool, but it's just got him, he's 81, he's weakened by it.
Sound like you're a fighter, though. That's what
my mama had a stroke this year, but anyway, so he, that was the initial reason I came, and it was kind of doom and gloom, and he got better, and it was a God thing, you know what I'm saying, because in every other area you could imagine of life, it was... so much better. You know what I'm saying? I was stagnated in Nashville. It's not really a
hip-hop oriented town.
You know what I mean? Like it's, and even the people that there is a little hip-hop scene, but it's kind of cliquey. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I kind of wasn't cool with the clique anymore. and so I don't know. Things just started clicking. I got a distribution situation. My assembly line has improved too, because we're crippled as artists that came into this game when I did. Because think about it, we were crippled by the major label way of doing things, waiting on advances. The major label does everything, and then halfway through your career, they just pull all that shit away and say, "Oh, now be like Master P." You know what I mean? So I didn't have the skills. You know what I'm saying? And it took me time to
learn those skills.
Yeah, to develop a truly independent mindset. And I pretty much locked in on that. Started working with my man Day here. I got about 19 managers, but now it's eat what you kill with me.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So I got lots of
That's the way to do. I think that's the funnest way. Go hunting. Go get him.
But my man Day here, he's a beast in his own right. As far as like, he's
making sure he's locked in and secure.
As a booking agent, there's not very many people that I would say are on a level higher than him in terms of urban music.
Level of expertise.
Booking at this point. You know what I'm saying? So and having him, fuck with me the way he has, you know what I'm saying? That's been inspiring, you know what I'm saying? Itself when people believe in you, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you're like, damn, well, if you're going to believe in me, I guess I better believe in you.
Absolutely. I mean, let me touch on that as real quick, though, too. I mean, as an independent artist, is that next step of having that manager, brother, friend, is that the person that really is the key to really making your career go from point A? You
gotta have somebody around you. I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've heard certain artists, get up and talking about, we did this on our own. There's no such thing. It's just cut it. No, it's absurd. It's absurd. It takes an army. Just like it takes a village to raise a child. And you better be grateful for the people that help you out.
That love for you. Salute.
The people that fuck with you and believe in you, because it's not a given. You know what I'm saying? It's not just a guarantee. Oh, you're just gonna wake up and people that's gonna fuck with you and believe in you.
And the thing is that you kind of touch on that too. Is like he believe in you damn near more than you believe in yourself. So I'd say
that's definitely the case.
Yeah, to find someone that really is going hard for you and really believe in the motion, you know what I'm saying? That's one of a kind. So salute you for y'all and y'all relationship, love. You know what I'm saying?
Love.
And looking out
Bubba's
for your man.
top 5, how I feel about it. Y'all done tours for Dirk, Future,
Yeah.
Wayne,
Yeah.
I came in the game. I was tour manager for Lil Wayne. Sorry for the Wait tour.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I had booked Bubba Sparxxx in Biloxi, Mississippi at Crest Live in 2014.
Yes,
Yeah.
Same year I was on tour managing for Wayne.
Hell yeah.
This is facts. This is documented history.
And let me just ask you though. So was it because of the fact that you knew that I could do more with Bubba, and I didn't want to let go of this other opportunity, or just like I'm just gonna do work every angle I can work?
To be honest, I just believed more.
Yeah.
Feel me? It was all about a belief. It was about my spirit.
Yeah.
You know, Bubba Sparxxx is a pioneer of
yeah,
a genre.
we didn't just get to this
Bub.
place in one step.
No, it's
you know?
9 years. 9 years.
And it was
Okay.
like, you know, several small steps that got to, you know, to where it's like, oh shit. You know what I mean?
So
Like,
so what was it what was it in him that made you be like, yeah, I'm really rocking in with my guy right now? Like what was it?
he just showed him start doing the work.
Yeah. Then
You know
that,
what I mean?
just doing this shit without having to ask to do nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, it's just, you know, people try to either, you can just tell the difference between somebody that's trying to make your life easier and
yeah.
somebody that just really
Trying to
don't
get
give a
something for
fuck.
you.
You know what I mean? Like,
Hell yeah.
it's just,
salute.
you know, trying to get in and you know,
Yeah, just
get
get it.
whatever they can squeeze out, you know. And
And you probably seen 1,000 of that.
yeah, I've dealt with some of those types for sure, but you know, and then the respect that I have for him, you know, we were friends, you know what I'm
Before,
saying,
yeah.
and then just having discussions and stuff, you know, just about, and then just different ideas, and then it just, you know, leads to, you know, he was the key centerpiece in the. My boy Best Believe from
Yeah.
Orlando that I'm doing a project with.
Yeah,
That's out here-
I seen that. Y'all
Just
just
out here on a tour.
Yeah.
You know, he connected. Dave's the one that put that together between me and him. You know what I'm saying? Even though we knew each other, Dave had the vision and was like, you know,
This is what's gonna be.
yeah, let's.
Salute.
And
Yeah,
so,
for sure. Me and Bubba had a key moment though in 2018 that kind of changed the landscape of Southern hip hop because we had performed at. Well, I had a job. I was the urban talent buyer for Club La Vila
Okay,
in
speak
Panama
on that
City,
shit.
which was the largest club in America at the
yeah.
time. So at the time in 2018, I was filtering through offers. Kara Lewis, which is Eminem's agent,
Yeah.
wanted me to become a part of the CLG, the Kara Lewis group. I had the Mac agency at the time. They had the Baby and Juice World, and now they got Sexy Red. They wanted me to be Mac Agency South because I had the largest club in America. But in 2018, Hurricane Michael came through and wiped
that.
Panama
Yeah.
City off the map.
Yeah, I remember
so
that.
Bubba has an interesting story. So 2 days before, it might have been 2 or 3 days before Hurricane Michael really hit, we had a show in Fort Walton Beach.
Okay.
Right? Bubba flew in. It was an event going on in Fort Walton in the Northwest Florida area called Billy Bowleg, which is a fishing event.
right.
So I had booked Bubba for the event in Fort Walton. And then me just being a hustler, you know, I reached out to Club La Vila and said, hey, I got Bubba here.
Let me connect it. Yeah.
2 days later, they had Hot Boy Turk booked for hosting.
Okay.
Turk from the Hot Boys.
Yeah.
And
You
Bubba
know.
hit me and said, hey, man, I got a record with Hot Boy Turk. Bubba
let's
was
get
on
it.
Turk's debut album.
yeah, no, it was
Well,
his
one-
second. He was in prison.
Right.
And I don't know this guy that he was signed to at the time. This is right after Cash Money.
Mm-hmm.
Had hit me up and was like, Turk, I want to know if you'll get on this album. I'm the biggest thing in the world at this
At
time.
this time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is the height of ugly, and I'm like.
Yeah.
Man, I fuck with Turk, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I went to the hood in New Orleans and like, you know, and cut this record, you know what I'm saying? And he's in prison, you know what I'm saying? And I talked to him on the phone one time and this is the first time this trip was the first time I ever actually met him in person.
2018.
2018.
Wow.
And that was 2001 or 2.
When he did
when
it.
I
So
did the
17
song.
years later, Bubba does the Fort Walton. Panama City's an hour away.
Yeah.
So me and Bubba connect for like a whole week.
Yeah. Lock
So we
in.
end up locking in. We end up driving to Panama
Driving
City.
up and down
The Florida coast,
I-10
the whole time. We grinding.
Yeah.
And then we seen each other's spirit. We just locked in from that point. And this is the only time to this day that Turk and Bubba done a record together. Well, not a record, done a show together.
Yeah.
And then a few days later, Hurricane Michael wipes
Wipes
out
us
the
down.
biggest club in America.
We were the last people to
They were the
perform it.
last people to perform at Club La Vila
Damn.
in 2018.
Hey.
You see what I'm saying? Then me and
Yeah.
Bubba just kept our working relationship going. We had been booking since 2013, 2014, just booking. But 2018, we connect
And that's what
strong.
I'm saying. Slowly we just added layers and added
Yeah,
layers.
add more layers to it.
Absolutely.
And that's just how it happened.
Hey, that's-
it was
that's-
organic though. It was an organic
Absolutely,
relationship.
that's it.
It wasn't nothing forced.
Yeah.
And you're just gonna gravitate towards people that share your passion, that share your vision. You know what I'm saying?
100.
It's like for whatever you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it happens, man. So
Yeah.
and it could, and that's not to say it could be different people at different times, different chapters of your life. You know what I'm saying? And because I mean, I've had several people that were a part of, you know, very passionate members of the club at different times. You know what I'm saying? And they went in a different direction, or I went in a different direction, whatever. But And I love it takes everybody, man.
It does. And shout out to our team, though. My brother Charlie P, our other manager. Charlie P is my brother. Shout out to Boogie. Jason Boogie. Shout out to our DJ T Swan. He's in the cut right now. For sure. That's the core of the Bubba Sparxxx business right now.
Hell yeah.
We got a real team, and that's but going back to what you were saying about like, it seemed like in the past year, things just started proliferating more, you know. And that's something I've never done in my entire career. Is just put out because I was like, dang man, like I really don't want to ever have like I'll take it, but I'm saying I don't seek a hit. Like I don't seek to be like what I was in 2005 or 6. I don't seek that. I just want to build a very profitable, independent type brand. You know,
New South.
New South. And so that's my, you know what I mean? Like I said, I take a hit. If they want to come on with it, I go. I go perform that motherfucker 5 times in a nightclub and get paid. I don't, whatever. But I don't, because I know what comes along with that too. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, absolutely.
And so I just want to
let it build.
I just want to have some peace, man, and I want to empower others, man. You know, that was a big step that I made. I made a conscious decision in the past, year and a half, to start actively seeking to empower,
other people,
the younger artists, you know what I'm saying, or less experienced artists, whatever, because I started looking at. I just don't have a clean slate. That's just the way it is, you know what I'm saying? But I have a lot of jewels that I will selflessly give, you know what I'm saying? I don't, and so if I can offer something to an artist with a clean slate, that has a chance, if I can be, perhaps
that bridge,
give him the jewel that turns out to be the difference between him getting to where he dreams of getting or not, you know what I'm saying? And it even changed the way people perceive me, I think, because people start thinking like, because I was just hamster wheeling it, for so long, trying to just get back, because I felt like because of the addiction issues I had around the Miss New Booty time, I just felt like, because I didn't do music for 2 years after that, didn't go to the studio one day, like 2 years following Miss New Booty, you know what I'm saying? Literally, like 18 months to 2 years, I didn't go to the studio one day because I blamed the music industry for issues. Whereas it was a me issue, it wasn't a music industry.
Though, right?
No doubt.
Scapegoat.
No doubt.
Because it's a popular excuse.
Especially that was when because see, I was addicted to the perks and all that stuff when it wasn't cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So by then all of a sudden I'm trying to stay clean and hear all these
everybody doing it.
And they everywhere and they rapping about them and stuff.
Yeah.
And and so that was so I just I really, when I started back making music, I was like, I just wanted to, in my mind, it was like I'm trying to come back. I eventually that perspective shifted eventually because you can't go back. You don't come back. You know what I'm saying? Like if I got there, if I did get to say having the #1 song or something again, it's gonna feel different and look different because I'm 45 years old now. You know what I'm saying? Right. I was 29 the last time. You know what I mean? So it's like I had to accept that. And just but I was just very self-absorbed is the point. And then so it was a big thing for me to actively start seeking to
get more.
Yes.
He was serious about the country bumping tour. He wasn't going out on the road without
we got
the
Jamie
younger
Ray
artists.
out here too.
Jamie Ray's huge. We got his hat on right now.
He signed to Epic Records, man.
Epic.
He's really doing his thing, man.
But Bubba, speak on
and Dusty Lee, my boy Dusty Lee.
Shout out to Dusty.
He's not here tonight, but he's on most of the tour with us.
But see, Bubba did a remix with Jamie. He didn't have to do the remix. It was Deliverance.
We redid Deliverance
of his classic his classic record.
Let's go into that.
See what I'm saying?
Y'all should check that one out if y'all ain't check that one out.
Talk to him, Bub.
What made you feel like you needed for someone to give to tilt my record towards you,
especially that one?
And that's a good.
First of all,
he never speak on this either.
No, first of all, I got some nice quarterly residuals from the Miss New Booty had been played with a few times,
It ain't quite new.
Most recently, it's the Welch's Grape theme song, But then also the Chloe Bailey song, the Treat Me, like a year and a half ago.
that
You know,
booty
I own 10%. That Chloe Bailey song, I own 10% of that song.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
But it's a BBL now. This time, hey.
Let me talk to him.
Get it,
Yeah.
hey, get it. Hey, she got the bubble butt lift. Hey, hey, if you don't trademark that, put that on the
But
shirt.
you know what?
Like,
And that's part of what aids that record and being so timeless.
salute,
is
though.
when we initially came out with the song, you know, Miss New Booty had a whole different meaning.
Absolutely.
It was based on the movie Players Club,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
it was just the new girl at the strip club,
Right.
Miss New Booty.
Now
Now it literally means new booty.
like you got a brand new ass.
So that gave us a whole different, like,
Yeah,
you know,
whole new
life.
rejuvenation on it. Absolutely.
But you know, and so I was kind of seeking. I don't want to say I was hoarding out my songs, but and then there was a white.
Speak on it. Speak on it.
There was a white artist named Jordan Hollywood that was on a QC.
Quality control.
He had sampled Ugly.
Oh yeah.
And he had actually got Timberland on the hook, and you know, it whatever, it didn't do well.
Yeah.
And it was. I actually thought it was pretty jamming, but there was just some
legations
stuff
on
that
it,
you know, there was
And
just
it wasn't received well.
Yeah.
You are so accidentally hilarious. He didn't do well. And they just kept it pushing.
Hey.
The truth, bro, is a fart.
It's not always an accident, but anyway, it's the truth.
For sure.
But yeah, so that didn't do well. And then I really Jamie and Thule, his manager
Shout
came
out to
to
Thule.
me. Yeah, shout out to Thule. Came to me with the idea.
Yeah.
And I talked to Polo the Don's like my brother, and I remember talking. I was like, "Man, you think I should do it?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Do it." You know, like it's that young shit. You know, it's gonna be because he's really got Jamie Ray's style is a lot more reflect. Even Jay Cruz's is, but I'd say Jamie Ray's is really reflective of this era. You know what I'm saying?
To have your cosign. Like, that's very different.
Oh, but to give him my song, like,
That's what I mean.
yeah,
exactly.
and it didn't even. It didn't do well, to be honest with you, but I still think it's jamming. You know what I'm saying?
It never was commercially released.
Yeah, it never was. We put a studio YouTube video up, but
But I mean, again, it's just that's I mean, again, just you showing love
Yeah.
selflessly like that. I mean, you
That was
can't.
huge.
Yeah, you can't.
you have to be that way, man.
yeah.
That's what old heads don't understand. That's what you know. There's some things that the only way you can keep them is by giving them away.
That's how you stay alive.
Absolutely. So let's get into our famous question. We like to always ask all of our artists. I know it's probably like a hard to do, but what's Bubba's top 5? And no context.
Top 5 rappers.
It's your list,
Your
bro.
Mount Rushmore,
Hey,
it's yours. It's
Andre 3000 is number 1.
Okay. All right.
I mean, this is really impossible because like my top 50 would be more like you know.
That's why we
But
put
I say
Exactly.
CeeLo.
Okay.
Number 2.
Okay. All right.
You know,
Big 2.
I say Bun B.
Top 3.
Yeah.
You know,
Him now.
and I would say probably then I would probably go Jay-Z,
Got one more, bro.
and then I would probably go Big Pun.
That's it. That's tough. Listen, never before. Bubba has never gave his top 5.
Hey,
First
salute,
time ever.
Salute. Hey,
Big Pun
For
was
the
a bad
record, yo.
game now.
For the record.
Hey,
just
but-
got Bubba's top 5,
What
and
was
he
it?
went with
What was it?
La Tierra de Woman.
Yeah, man.
We always talk about Big Pun being the
Okay.
top 5 all the time. My man right here always humbles me and reminds me that this man is unequivocally great. Big Pun.
Oh,
And
man.
Capital Punishment was a classic.
You
you talking about a hip hop classic? Capital Punishment.
Yeah, it was. Absolutely.
Talk about it.
Absolutely.
Yes. And we
Absolutely.
just talk about that
on now.
we did an episode on 50th. But Bubba's 5, man.
Yeah, that's
Andre
crazy.
What was it?
3000, Bun
One.
B,
No,
Jay-Z,
Andre 3000,
CeeLo.
CeeLo was 2, Bun B 3, Jay-Z 4, Big Pun 5.
That's classic.
Listen, first
For the
of all,
record.
Yeah.
Oh man, and the variety.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like that.
Absolutely.
The
I like that.
variety.
You know,
Absolutely.
and trust me, there was Tupac, you know, was
Yeah,
right there on the
absolutely.
cusp.
Honorable mentions.
Yeah,
Scarface is
Honorable
right there.
mentions.
Yeah.
But look at
Bubba Sparxxx right there on the
for the
cusp.
record,
with my
yeah,
man
absolutely.
Jada
we
Kiss.
got the 5.
Yeah,
man.
Kiss is up there.
Hey, absolutely.
We got the 5. Kiss, he said he wanted a rematch.
He just gave the top 10. He just gave the 10 now. Just now on the extra side.
Absolutely.
He gave the 10
Absolutely.
on
I love
extra.
it. I
Or
love
you
it.
can just be with your boy Mills.
I
really.
just want to spin
Oh,
this
okay.
real quick,
Go ahead.
Bubba, right?
Shoot
and
it.
this is because this is some kind of funny things that we kind of do around here.
Oh, here we go.
Listen, so we got a segment that a lot of people do, not everybody, but you special,
Yeah.
right? So we go to a smash, stash, and
Let's
dash.
Let's go.
Part.
I am with this shit.
You gonna smash it?
Make sure you
Right?
tune in to Manny Dogs. This is him. This is what he
Me.
does.
Right? It's me. I'll take it. Smash, stash is Marion. That's gonna be wifey.
All right, stash.
And then
Dash is, you already know.
you already, I'm out.
That water's available if you need
So
that
it's
water.
either fuck him, marry him, or dip on him.
Yeah.
All right, come on with it.
Bet, let's do it.
All right, let's go. First one is Ellen DeGeneres.
Dash.
You probably want to get all your options
wanna
first.
get your options first?
You may want to get all your options
Listen,
first.
I can just turn it now.
So I gotta pick one for each
Yeah,
slide.
yeah,
Okay,
pick
got
which
you. All
one.
right, go ahead,
didn't-
man.
he
This
didn't
is a
know.
goat
He-
fuck
he-
already.
He ain't know. He ain't know.
Put lipstick on the go for you. If you want to make it better,
look.
right? And so it's gonna be Ellen DeGeneres, Rosie O'Donnell, or Hillary Clinton.
That's awful. All right, so let's read. I'm gonna fuck Rosie.
Okay.
Me and her get high or something together. You know what I mean? She kicks it. So that's the one I would
Yeah, fuck.
fuck. I'm gonna marry
Smash.
Hillary and I'm gonna dash on Ellen.
Ellen.
I
Okay.
appreciate that, man. And you did that very confidently, which makes me wonder.
You thought about this before.
This is something that he's practiced.
I raw dicked her twice. Yeah.
Your kung fu is
He's very strong. Very strong kung fu.
I like the force with this one.
I have circulated.
I know you had limited time. He threatened me before the show, so I just want to throw that out.
Hey man, we're just trying.
It was like, look, if you
We're trying to get over here and collect
this.
this satchel, man.
And not the satchel, bro. Yeah, y'all welcome to the show. Y'all need to come with us.
Hey, absolutely. Hey, so Bubba, go ahead and shout out what you got going on right now outside of the tour. Obviously,
Hey,
come and bumpkin
my
tour.
name's Bubba Sparxxx. That's 3 X's in Sparks. All right, I can be tolerant of SPARKS. That mistake.
I got
2
you.
X's.
Yeah.
Literally, I'm putting money on your head. All right, so right now we just put out the How You Been project, the album. Me and Jay Cruz.
Salute.
Jay Cruz getting ready to drop his. He just dropped his single today called EBT.
Came out today.
And as a solo artist, and his album project will be coming in the next 90 days or so. My new album, my solo album, Country Money Legendary.
Yeah.
Is gonna be coming out in the next 60 days. I'm actually putting the finishing touches on it right now.
And this is-
Working on some high power features.
It is all 100% independent, right?
Yeah, we independent right now.
Okay.
New sound,
Shout-
new sound.
shout-
EP coming too.
Hey, shout out wherever your social media where we can find Bubba and all that good stuff.
I'm at Bubba Mathis on Instagram. That's my real name. You know what I'm saying? That's a great place to start. You know.
right.
And hold on, we're on the country bumping tour. Me, Jamie Ray, Best Believe, Jay Cruz, Dusty Lee.
Tap in. Hey, and we for the record, make sure you do all the things you're supposed to do for social media, like, subscribe, comment.
Clickety clicks.
And it's my man.
Manny Dogs.
Hey, I'm the real KD3. Hey, and we salute for
But
the
does
record.
she know how to suck a dick? Son of a bitch.